The South African National Civic Organization is embarking on a march to the Botswana Embassy today. The organization says Botswana is continually undermining the integrity of this country. This is in connection with Gaborone allegedly lending a sympathetic ear to the local minority rights group. For more on this is Abram Mashishi, Sanco regional chairperson. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time, Abram. You have a bone of contention both with Botswana. You're saying that they're undermining South Africa's reputation. What do you mean by this?
Good morning, Paul, and good morning to the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. Thank you very much for the opportunity. As Sanco, in particular, we very worried about the manner in which Botswana is behaving as the sister nation. If you can remember, there are a lot of incidents where they are accusing one of our own, Bridget Mutsepe, the ambassador, by colluding with Botswana government, stealing money to South Africa, giving false allegation about one of our own, and using the right-wing organization that is AfriForum. As you are aware, the history of AfriForum, they are the oppressor, they are still in the apartheid regime, they're still applying apartheid, and if you can remember previously where the Mandela Foundation have accused AfriForum to say there was a hate speech for AfriForum to raise an apartheid flag, and the AfriForum continued to tweet after the judgment was in favor of the Mandela Foundation that indeed it's a hate speech when you still raise an apartheid flag on this dispensation of democracy. So Naledi Pandor is being abused by this government, the Minister of International Relations in our country. You name them, Batoyi, the NPA head. So using this right-wing AfriForum, as everyone in South Africa is aware that we are very much worried when Botswana government sleep in one bed with AfriForum. So as Sanco, we are saying our women were being abused for quite some time, and we are not going to allow any oppress of women. As this month, it was a woman's month, the previous month, and we say, as Sanco, we are campaigning on hands off women, on the gender-based violence, bad things that are happening within the women fraternity. And we are saying, as Sanco, we are not going to allow that. And we'll keep on campaigning for the women, not only for those who are affected today. You are Thandi Modise, the speaker, the previous speaker of parliament, the minister of defense currently. He was also abused by this fraternity, the right-wing organization that is being called AfriForum. So today we are going to demonstrate, sending the memorandum to the Botswana Embassy to make Botswana aware to stop this thing that is being exonerated by the court, where Judge Kivonang, the High Court of Botswana have proved Judge Kivonang that there was no case about the Ambassador Bridget Mutsepe, where they allege that they've been squandered billions of rand. And we want the Botswana government to stop and refrain from abusing our women, because in terms of the apartheid system, if women occupy a higher position in apartheid system, that one, women were oppressed, our women were oppressed not to rise their head above to occupy any strategic position in their era.
AfriForum had said, regarding the Motsepe matter, had said that there was some sort of political interference in that space. Also saying and questioning why South Africa was so quick to issue an extradition request when it came to Shepherd Bushiri, but was not as quick or able to do the same and react to request a mutual legal assistance with Botswana at the time that this case was developing. What are your comments regarding what could have been at the base of this matter, as opposed to perhaps signaling out, perhaps pulling out the focus around a woman being attacked?
Mpo, that's not true, because the ambassador was arrested in Botswana, and she was forced to make an affidavit undertaking that she must implicate the former president, Khama. So AfriForum, they are just blowing a hot air. So we are, as we know that I've already outlined, that AfriForum has always have a narrative that they want to destroy women, black women in particular. So if AfriForum, they are concerned about what is happening in South Africa, why can't they pursue the issue of Bushiri, as they allege that they are messiahs of this country, and have an interest? And there was no political interference. The judge, the High Court, have said these allegations were fabricated, and we are not above the law. So if the judge comes with a verdict, who are we to contest the judge or to say the judge were wrong? If there are anything that they feel that the judge award or the judge order was wrong, let them contest. Because me and you, we are laymen, we don't have all this expertise that Gerinel has, because of they are using Gerinel. Gerinel, say his name is AfriForum. So let them pursue the matter, because of they've got the legal standing to say this was false. But we want to warn Botswana to say Botswana must refrain from sharing a bed with AfriForum as a right-wing organization. That's what we are saying as Sanco. And we are going to stand up and defend the pride of our women, national and in Africa, to say no one must be tortured by the so-called the right-wing AfriForum and Gerinel.
You also make mention of Thandi Modise, who was on trial for animal cruelty. Are you saying that that matter had no significance and that it was merely an attack because she was a woman?
The matter, because of, that's why we are saying no one is above the law, and no one is guilty until proven. The Thandi Modise saga was exonerated out of court. So the court didn't see any wrongdoings there, because the matter is so implicated in a way that me and you, we don't know what happened for the animal to die there. So if the court says, I, as Abram Mashishi, I have killed a person, before the public, I'm looked as a murderer. But when we go to the court, and I prove my side of before the court of law, and the judge says, no, you are not guilty and discharged, and what is the problem?
So let's talk about what you'll be doing today and what your memorandum of, your request will be as you head to the Botswana Embassy today.
Our memorandum is very clear. We want, it's a very long memorandum that I cannot read to you, but the main focus is to say, hands off to our women. Let's Botswana respect South Africa as the counter nation. So if Botswana does not refrain from what they are doing, because as you correctly say, AfriForum have said this matter is got the political interference. So Botswana is using its they abuse their political power to undermine the integrity of our country as South Africa. Because if you remember, they also submitted an interdict to the Minister of Justice, that the Minister of Justice, I just forget the name, just ran out of my mind. Yes, the Minister of Justice, of course. So it's where we've seen that Botswana is undermining the integrity of our country. Ronald Lamola, yes, of course, just the name come back. The Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamola. So we cannot allow Botswana to take South Africa as their playing ground. We are not going to allow them, and we cannot allow them.
Very well. Let's leave it there for now. Abram Mashishi, regional chairperson of Sanco, saying that Sanco will be embarking on a march to the Botswana Embassy.